Hi, everybody. Welcome to another improv rehearsal with Kelly and Jeremy. This is my name's Kevin Mullaney. This is the Improv Resource Center, and we are working together. Kelly and Jeremy and I are working together, coaching various sort of preparing for long, juicy improv scenes. Might be one way to describe it. And here, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. You want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Hi, I'm Jeremy Zender.
I'm Kelly Vogt.
And so last time we got together, which was a couple weeks ago, we started working on something I call gesture chains. And we kind of jumped right into the middle of it, partly because we didn't have a lot of time, and so I kind of wanted to get to the juicy part. But I think the way to rehearse it might be, there's a bunch of different ways to rehearse it, and I don't think I've really entirely figured out what gesture chains are, or how they work, or what the best way to operate them are. But one possibility is simply to create a gesture for yourself that you use periodically in the scene. So this is a way we didn't use it last time. Mm-hmm. But the idea is that early on the scene, you spontaneously create some sort of gesture, or maybe we rehearse it before the scene so you can establish what your gesture is before you even know why you're going to do it. And then periodically in the scene you use it. Not every line or anything, but just sort of when the spirit moves you, you use that gesture and you use it to punctuate whatever you're saying. And I think you could see in the gesture chains that we did last time, this leads to patterns of behavior, especially the chaining of them, where one gesture leads to another. It creates these patterns of behavior. So in the same sort of thing, it's not like the gesture should make you feel a similar way every time you do it. It's not looking to create a bunch of variations about, like, sometimes this gesture I do it when I'm happy and sometimes I do it when I'm angry. It always makes you happy, or you always do it when you know you're right, or you always do it when you're blaming the other person for something. So there's a consistency to it. There's variation in why you're saying it, maybe at times, what's provoking it, and maybe the degree of how intense it is, but basically it's the same kind of thing every time you use it. So let's do a warm-up thing where it's just some scenes, some short scenes, and literally every line you have to create a new gesture, a very specific, not just some movement, but every line you say is coupled with a particular way of moving that's different and is coming from the gut.
Cool.
Cool.
Really don't think too much about it. Don't pause to sort of consider it. Just like as soon as the other person is done with their line, make the gesture and start speaking in a very impulsive way. Okay?
Sounds great.
All right. Let's get started. Do you guys want a suggestion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Playground.
I can't believe you're making me disassemble my childhood trampoline.
It's time. It's time.
I feel like my whole childhood has ended.
And now it's going to the dump.
Mom,
Yeah.
if you want me to move out, just let me move out.
I don't want you to move out. No. I don't want you to move out. I just want to break you so that you live with me forever, because you're broken. I want to break you so that you live with me forever. Like, you know how...
Well, I want to have a job. I want to work at Blockbuster. Can't do that if you're going to keep breaking me.
You know what really hurts me? You know what really hurts me?
What?
That you say this swing set is your childhood. I should be your childhood.
Mom!
Okay, let's have it. So great exploration. That's
Point
cool.
to womb.
Great exploration. I like the sort of random weirdness of it. You know, I mean, I think you in an exercise like this, you should get way weirder than you think you actually would in on stage.
Sure.
Unless that's actually the game. But the thing you're not always doing, which I really, really want you to do, is when the other person, like, try to really get rid of those gaps. I think these gestures should feel very much like just coming straight out of your subconscious. And the best way to do that is just eliminate the time thinking about it.
It's hard.
But the thing is, like, the movement, like, I think sometimes what you're doing, or the instinct, maybe you're not doing this, the instinct is to figure out what we're going to say first. Like,
and then what gesture can
gesture
go with that?
matches it. And what I'm suggesting is you do a gesture and then you find out why you did it. Like it comes out, like, you know, you don't even know. It's sort of like they say something and you go, what the hell are you saying?
So the gesture leads the line.
The gesture leads the line.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I got that.
All right.
Fun.
Suggestion is bees.
Bees. Sure. Can get me. Defend yourself.
I'm here! Oh, God. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. So embarrassed.
Sorry. You made me reflexively defend. I apologize.
I just want to be good at basketball. I don't want Dad to hate me anymore. Because I can't play sports.
You crying?
Yeah.
Hey. Look, I'm not hurt. You can't hurt me.
That's the point. Can't hurt you.
Sorry,
No!
reflex. You make me reflexively do this. I apologize.
Just a week.
I'm agile, you know? Like, I have all these reflexes, but I can't be hurt.
Teach me to be better, please.
Oh, God.
Please teach me to be
It's
better.
happening. It's happening.
All right. Cool. Good.
So hard.
It's very,
Yeah.
but fun.
Well, I think it'll be easier once we start to put it into scenes.
Sure.
But I think it's important. Like, I think that's where the fun of it is, and where the chain comes from. Like, when I get people to do gesture chains, right? The first gesture tends to feel kind of deliberate, like, you know what I mean? But then the second and third and fourth seem very much just a reaction to the last, which sort of leads, I think, to more sort of fun discoveries. So anyway, so now we're going to do scenes, and this time I want you to just do a scene. I don't want you to do a particular gesture on the first line or the first few lines. Speak at least twice each before you try this.
Cool.
And it can be deeper in the scene. But at some point, I want you to at some point where you just feel like having a very strong response to what the other person said. Do a gesture with that response, and that accentuates that response. And then remember that, because I want you to do it again and again throughout the scene. Now, the other person, you don't have to respond with a gesture right away, but you will want to eventually come up with your own gesture during the course of the scene. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you will do these gestures in response to each other. Sometimes you'll just do them, and you'll probably want to overdo it for this exercise. So you're doing it, once you get going, once every 3 or 4 or 5 lines, you definitely probably do the gesture. It'll be too much, but all right. So your suggestion is grid.
Wow, this cabin could sleep 10. This is only $100 a night?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's just us.
Just us. Wood burning stove. Very cool.
Yeah. You can hang out by the wood burning stove. I'm gonna be over here by bunk number 5.
Okay.
sorry, I know it was our first trip away together. Did you imagine us sleeping in different beds? I am realizing that this is a couple's trip, but there are like 8 beds in this cabin.
Well, all right. I'm gonna be very honest with you right now.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite ready for this.
Okay.
So I thought if we had lots of space,
Okay.
then like we couldn't get mad at each other and nothing could go
Oh.
wrong.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's not like we live together or anything, but we spend time together. We've slept over. I didn't see this as being much different. That's all. I'm gonna figure out how to use this.
Well, no, but it is different because we're in the woods. I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take an Uber home
Right.
because I'm feeling uncomfortable or bored.
You are smart. You're a smart lady. I feel like it's a lot.
Just gonna go back over.
Sure. I feel like it's a lot of, you know, extremes to go to. It's a big length, but I like it. Do they have lighter fluid in this cabin somewhere? Because I can't really start a fire. It's gonna get cold.
Oh God. We had to bring all of our own amenities.
Oh, we did.
I just assumed that you packed lighter fluid because, like.
I should have done that. And I would have done that if I had the logical reasoning skills that you do, but I do not.
Well, no, I didn't think of it either. It's just now it's gonna get cold, and there's so much space.
That's right. I mean, we could sleep in the same bed, and there's body heat involved. Again, I don't, because we have done it a bunch. That's
Right,
all.
but like when we're at home,
Mm-hmm.
at your home or my home, when we're sleeping in bed, if I'm like, oh, like he's too close to me, or he's snoring too loud, or his body heat is too much, I can just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home. I've got an early day tomorrow, and then I can get an Uber and go home.
Okay, let's pause here for a second. So this is interesting. Well, show me your gesture. What is the gesture you've chosen? Do you have one?
Yeah, mine was this thing.
Okay.
Mine was this thing.
Okay, great. Okay, so I did suspect those were your gestures, but you've got a lot of other gestures happening.
Yeah.
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
I'm gonna turn down my
Yeah.
speaker.
I was like, who is that? Could I? Is that
I
weird?
think that was my Google Home.
Oh, weird.
Google Home?
Yeah, my Google Home.
You gotta be careful with those.
Yeah, I know. Who knows what I could be streaming live all over the internet.
Sometimes they hear what you're saying and order you things.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Singularity.
They know. Anyway, so yeah, not sure what that.
Right, so we have a like, I felt that too, where like I'm gesturing and I'm like, ooh, should I commit to one of these being my
Right.
big gesture?
Well, here's the thing. Like in the end, I don't know what the best answer is
Right.
in terms of, you know, what this actually looks like. You know.
Yeah.
Or what's the best practice for actual improv on stage?
Uh-huh.
Because I think being somebody who uses gestures a lot is probably a very good thing,
Sure.
just in general. Like you don't necessarily have to do this specific thing, but I think there is something about this. It's kind of like the catchphrase, the physical catchphrase, essentially. Like
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
creating for each character.
Right.
So I think. So show me those gestures again. Okay, great. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to be very bland gesture-wise,
Mhm.
except when you're doing that.
Cool.
Cool. Should
Okay.
we
And
should do
keep-
these ones again?
So what? Yeah, use the same ones, same characters.
Cool.
But let's say we're, you know, it's that was just arriving at this place, this
Mhm.
cabin. So let's make it that you're packing up to leave
Cool.
at the end of the weekend.
Okay.
Same gestures.
Man, that hike down to the waterfall was amazing. Really
Oh
cool.
yeah.
bear spray. We didn't need it, but it made me feel
It
safe.
made you feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I need to apologize for,
For what?
well, when I kind of like jumped out of bed in the middle of the night and then like ran down the mountain trying to look for an Uber to take me home.
Yeah. You just
Freaked out there a little
you
bit.
don't even need
Freaked
service,
out there a
and you
little bit.
just
Ran.
ran and screamed
Screamed.
Uber,
Yeah.
Uber, and that German couple did not understand what you meant.
Isn't
But you did
weird?
get some good bratwurst from them. We got a good meal out of it, so thank you.
Yeah, definitely a trip highlight.
A highlight.
A highlight for
sure.
sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, I left my toothbrush in the bathroom. Sorry. Did you want to bring yours, or was this like a throwaway?
Oh, you can just toss it.
You want to toss it?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna burn anything that I like brought here anyways.
You're burning it?
Well, yes. Hear me out. Everything from this trip kind of now carries the essence of fear that I had while being here.
Oh.
And so, yes, I had fun. No, I won't do it again. Yes, I will be burning everything that I brought with me.
You are decisive. You are a decisive person. And I appreciate
That's
it.
me.
That's you.
That's me.
That is you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a little bit more like what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's do another one. Let's start from scratch and do another one. Did those gestures once you started using them and doing them again?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if anyone's watching this, there's random construction sounds going on. They're building something on the first floor here. We're in the basement. How to building out a new space. So I don't know how long that's going to take. Hopefully it'll be done by the next time we broadcast. Probably not though. So we'll to go back to what we're doing. Did it make you feel a specific way that your gesture?
Sure. Mine kind of locked me into like, I'm impressed by you type of
Okay.
gesture. Like, well done, madam type of
Okay.
emotion.
What about you, Kelly?
I think it just sort of like, because my character was like not feeling like this trip was for her, then like I was able to like take anything he threw at me and be like, that's great, but like let me put a spin on it, like of like how that's gonna make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like she like finds a way to twist everything to
It's like your negative Nancy
Right.
hands.
right. It's like great point, but if you look at it this way, it's actually terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's try another one
Yes.
where you discover discover the one gesture in the middle of it and go for it. Okay.
Cool. Cool.
All right. Suggestion is direction. Direction.
Direction. Maybe we can just like classic hitchhiking. That's all. I think the sexy hitchhiking makes sense maybe on like a surface roads level, but on the highway I don't think they're gonna see the booty as much.
Okay. So it's just like a logistic visual thing. It doesn't have to do
You look
with
great.
how good I look great.
You look
okay.
great. Yeah.
All right. I think it's very important that, I thought that this trip was going to be like this like fun, sexy romp, like a big sepia montage and
A sepia montage?
sepia montage.
Like
see?
like an Old West montage?
Yeah, but like that filter you throw on Instagram to make things look more retro.
Oh.
Basically, it's important to me
Yeah.
that like every moment of our trip, including this car breakdown, is like like picturesque and sexy and like ready for a scrapbook. You know?
Hey, it's important to me too. It's important to me too. I'd like that.
It's just like if the wind was blowing in my hair.
Yeah, and
like,
the sun's in the run. You're totally backlit. But it's okay.
I'm so bad at this.
Hey, no, you're good. You're good at this. I feel like we've succeeded in having like a fun couples road trip.
You seem very unsure to me right now.
Hey, come on. Come on. I could not be more sure of this. Oh man, your cousin's quinceanera is gonna be the bomb.
I don't know if we're gonna get there.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know if we're gonna get there on
I
time.
don't know either.
And honestly, that's not the point. The quinceañera is not the point. Like fucking whatever. People turn 15 all the time. Get over it.
Yeah.
The point is, I bought like very specific outfits from Forever 21 in very specific color patterns, so that I would like have like a specific look every day of this road trip, and that like I would be able to put the albums up on Facebook, and everyone would be like, she's so wild and free. Her life is so together and not falling apart.
You're not falling apart. Come on. Look at yourself. Look at your accomplishments. You run the accounts payable department, and that's a big thing.
But that's not sexy. That's not.
You know what's
cool.
sexy? Income, stability. That's sexy.
Well, sure, and like really like basic sense.
So what were the suggestions or the gestures? Again?
This guy.
Okay.
And this.
And did it make you feel a consistent way?
Yeah, I was kind of like a everything's okay type of move. But
Yeah, and she like, mine worked on a dual level where like I kind of like framed my justification when I did this, but then also she like wanted to like look really good like on like you know the computer screen. Like, it's all about her
Ooh.
image.
Wow,
Yeah,
double meaning.
I'm gonna go now. Oh god.
So go ahead and let's do a two gesture chain.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So it's just a gesture and then a response.
Okay.
And let's try establishing it before the scene starts again, like we did last week. So yeah, why don't we? Either one of you can start. Just say anything at all, and with a gesture to the other person, and the other person I want you to very spontaneously respond with your own gesture and some other words. They don't need to be gibberish or anything. They can be real words.
Cool.
All right.
And we're just doing one each.
Yeah, one each.
Ding dong.
Spiders.
Ding dong.
Spiders.
Is that how many times we're supposed to do it?
Yeah,
Yours is like a new one.
No,
one each, right?
I want one each.
Oh,
so
okay.
so it'll be like every time he says so let's try it with the scene. So every time he says ding, he does this and makes us make it can be saying you don't necessarily have to say ding dong and you don't have to say spiders once you start. Could be with anything. Could be like, oh come on.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure about ding dongs and spiders. I feel like it's maybe too abstract.
Me neither. Yeah.
Let's try a different one.
Okay. So the words that we say, should they be more conversational?
It's more conversation.
Cool.
Something
Okay.
that you could use over and over again in a conversation.
Got it.
Okay, love it. All right, great.
And respond quickly without a gap.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do it. Okay. Do it again, but like just boom, boom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So start the scene now, and every once in a while you're gonna be like, whoa, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Suggestion is belt.
I feel like Black Friday's kind of leveled out. you know, where people aren't so crazy about it, and now I can just get some good deals.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I really emotionally and mentally prepared for this moment, and now I'm just regular shopping.
You disappointed?
It's a little bit of like an adrenaline letdown, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean,
I know you ran like 3 miles this morning.
yeah.
At like
I'm
2 in
prepping.
the morning. You like woke up and just
Wait.
like sprinted out of the house.
Well, we had to be here at 5 for the deals.
I guess so.
Where is everybody?
I know, right?
Is this kind of... Yeah. Yeah.
Where is everybody?
I'm so sorry. Because the employees here don't have to wear like specific uniforms, I thought they were other shoppers.
Me too.
I'm now realizing we're the only ones here.
Maybe a dozen other shoppers in this entire department store, which I can't see them. I'm
Maybe.
just snowballing here.
Maybe, but like...
Spitballing? That's what I meant. Usually these belts in my size are out of stock. What's wrong?
First of all, what the fuck?
A 31 is a very specific size.
Second of all,
Yeah.
do you think... Are they all like looking at us right now?
What?
No, now they're looking away now that we've noticed her. Well. Now they're looking away. But I swear, you saw that, right?
I saw that.
They were all looking at us.
I would be damned if we're not being Truman Showed right now.
Truman Showed, or like something much more sinister than that? Because like Truman
Like The
Showed...
Prestige? Which Jim Carrey movie are we talking about right
I
now?
haven't seen The Prestige, so I don't know
The
the
number
reference.
23?
Well,
He did
that
some-
was all him. That
Yeah.
was all him. It was all in his head. I don't think this is in our
It's
heads.
not in our heads.
No. This is like a little more cultish, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
Just keep it cool.
I'm gonna keep it cool. I
oh my
have
god, this dress is beautiful.
amazing.
Wow. Ah. You never see a discounted free people dress that not only does it fit you, but it's in season. It's like, did they put this here specifically for me?
Well.
Yeah.
Like
I'm upset, but I love it,
Yeah.
you know?
I have $50 on this Macy's gift card, so I say we just shove $50 worth of stuff into a cart and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we just decide really, really quickly.
Where are my car keys? My car keys are in my back pocket. They're always in my back pocket.
Yeah, you just had them.
They're not.
They're not on you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're gonna die here.
Yeah.
It's the end of days. Of our days.
I'm gonna try this dress on.
He should have won an Oscar for The Grinch.
I know!
It was so
Oh my god, they
good.
put it all on the
Like,
makeup.
whoa.
Like, yeah!
Scene. All right, cool. So I think that was starting to show some of the potential of it.
Fell hard on my Jim Carrey trivia, and I apologize.
That's okay. You can see how I think whoever has the first one, it's somewhat incumbent on the other person to provoke it. You know, so once you know, like, man, that banging is really out of control. It's like it's some, you know. We did this video years ago, and the guy I know who teaches at Second City put together a little video of somebody getting tortured and screaming in in a room at Second City, and then like another room over, they're doing an improv class, and they're like, "What is that sound? Oh, it's nothing, probably." You know, because there's always
That's so funny.
At every improv rehearsal, there's always another improv rehearsal right next door through a thin wall.
Yeah.
And people are screaming and banging against the wall and everything, and it's just. And
When
I
I
thought, like here, moving
Yeah.
here in the basement of what was essentially a office building.
Right.
You know, like I wouldn't have to deal with the weird noises coming in. And,
Yeah.
And as soon as I did, the people upstairs moved out and they started working on construction.
Ugh, they had to rebuild the whole office. Why
Yeah.
can't they just use the walls they already have?
I did.
know.
Yeah.
I
This
added
place
a
is
nice
great.
drapery.
Yeah.
Yes. Did
Does-
you get this at Target?
What's that?
It looks like it's from Target. That's all.
Oh, I don't know. I got it from Amazon.
Oh,
Mm.
I just really want to go to Target right now. That's all. that's happening to me. I'm
All right.
seeing it everywhere.
So let's get back on. Let's get
Oh,
back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you can see the potential of that one.
Yeah.
The sort of the whoa and then the yes. I think it, and it's weird how, like I was saying last week to you guys, or the last time we met, how when you can get it working really well, it can get really funny in a way that is so it's almost upsetting because once you sort of lock into it, it can be actually way funnier than most of the hard work that we do to try and create
That's
good
been
comedy.
the secret. We haven't gotten it
It
yet.
is the
but
secret. You're getting close. You're getting close. All right, let's do a three level chain now.
Cool.
So why don't you start this one, Kelly? And it's a 3-level chain, so we'll start and end with you.
Okay, cool. Hey!
I know.
Nah.
Good. Again.
Hey!
I know.
Nah.
Go. Again.
Hey!
I know.
Nah.
Okay. Your suggestion is border.
Border?
Border.
And if I don't think you're doing the gesture enough, I might say gesture.
Okay.
You got to start, and you do it right there. What's the gesture again? Go.
Hey!
I know.
Nah.
Borders the suggestion.
I'm pretty sure you can turn right on red.
I'm too scared to drive the car.
Okay.
I can't.
Well, you're just kind of
I put it in park.
yeah. Just climb into the back seat.
Hey! Don't tell me what to do.
I know. Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, just.
Climb in the back seat and I'll drive.
Nah! I just said nah. I can't move. I'm paralyzed with fear.
Listen, Janice.
Yes. Thank God this car is so tall.
I know. We got you a Hummer because you have a lot of anxiety, but you got a
Right.
job that's
And-
40 miles away, and you need to work.
Yeah.
Disability for anxiety will only last you so long. Sorry to lay that on the table, but
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
No. I don't like it when you talk about my anxiety. It makes me anxious. Why are you getting out?
I just want to.
Now I'm
encourage-
alone in the car.
I want you to encourage.
I don't know
you.
how to drive the car, and I'm alone in the
We're
car.
gonna start over, okay?
Gesture.
Hello, anybody? Hey!
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 I know. I'm here.
No, not you. Hello? Hello?
We're in an empty parking lot, so you can learn to drive. So there's nobody's gonna find you unless someone is working in that out of business Sears.
Oh, that's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bummer. I
You
took
think they're
photos
okay?
there. The people who worked at Sears?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
they're out of a job.
Are they
They don't.
do they get disability
I
like
don't
I
think
do?
so.
Oh, that's
Because
too
they
bad.
were actually maybe unemployment. I took
Okay.
photos there.
Can I get unemployment?
No, you have to work, and that's why you got hired.
Hey! No, don't say that word.
I know. You're gonna be a social media manager. That's like a cool millennial job, but they need you to go to the office just once a week.
Do I have work today?
No.
Do I have work tomorrow?
I mean,
How long do I have to learn to drive? Do I
Well,
have time?
I can.
Can we go
again,
get a sandwich?
I'd be willing to drive you for the first couple days. But
Hey.
again, I know.
Oh, no, that's a good idea.
Okay, you back on my side?
You can come back in the car.
Or why don't you climb on into the back or? to the
No, I'm
passenger
right
seat?
here. This is where I'm gonna be.
Okay. You've destroyed the center console. That's.
Gesture.
Hey!
I know.
No, I haven't destroyed the center console. I mean, like, it's a little busted, but, like,
It's a little busted.
I wasn't gonna use it anyway. For that, you'd need to be in your car a lot and put stuff in it, and I'm not gonna be in my car a lot.
Sure. You kind of will need to be in your car a little bit because
Hey!
I know. I need you to be in your car 40 minutes a day, to and from.
I feel like you're pressuring me.
scene. All right. Let's set up another one real quick.
Yeah.
So this one, Jeremy, will start.
Right.
Three again. Just a 3 chain.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have to say the word that we chose?
No.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I was like, I keep saying nah, and like it doesn't work. Great. This is okay. Cool.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like how this best works in practice, I don't know. Sure. I don't think you have to have the same gesture each time.
Cool.
Or you don't. I'm sorry. You do have to have the same gesture each time. I don't think
Not
you
the same
need the
word.
Not the
same
same
words
word.
each time. Okay.
Cool.
Woo!
Uh-huh. Cool.
Woo!
Uh-huh. Cool.
Woo!
Uh-huh.
All right. Your suggestion is river.
River. It's been heating up all summer. It's good for swimming.
Oh. Would you just like feel more one with the earth when you like really appreciate it, you know?
Yeah.
Like as I like pet this river, I can feel the river being like, thank you.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
like
you
I'm
too."
petting the river like I would a family pet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whew. I
Just-
love nature.
And just in it.
Ow.
Inside of nature.
Gross.
What happened?
I got bit by a
Is
mosquito.
that a bug?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crystal, what happened to that bug? Crystal?
Oh, I hit it. I hit it. I'm sorry.
Crystal, it's on your leg.
Oh god. Oh, it's dripping everywhere.
my god, is it?
Gesture.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry. I have a confession to make.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like nature at all. I just really wanted to be your friend,
Wow.
and I think that this is the moment to tell you that I'm not like fucking like some woodland fairy. I just
Crystal.
what?
I'm not some woodland fairy. I'm not some freak. Ooh. I'm not. I grew up on a farm and I just kind of, I like it when it's warm out so I can go take a dip in the creek. Come on. You don't have to like it.
There are catfish in there. They have mustaches. It's weird.
Is it fun? I think it's silly. Like,
No,
it's fun.
no.
I don't know.
Look at them. Look at them. You can see them. Do you
They're-
want to swim in a river where you can see the flubbery bodies of fish that are?
they
And
make-
now you're just in their way.
They make a little.
They're thumping
Hat.
against your ankles.
It's okay. They're beautiful. They're as beautiful as you and I. You know, something I don't tell a lot of my friends?
They're sucking on your toes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're okay with that?
I'm into it.
Their beards are on you.
Uh-huh.
Your feet.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It feels good.
There's a mosquito on me.
Let it suck your blood. Feel that. Feel one with it.
How long is this
That's
gonna
amazing.
last for?
Until it explodes, I think.
Is that what you do? Is that why you're literally covered in welts all of the time?
Mm-hmm. Because I
Those
let the,
catfish are. I really feel like that can't be good for your feet.
it's
Ah!
exfoliating, and then to an extent, it exfoliates, and then it kind of
And
rubs the skin raw. But it's okay
Stop, it
because they
exploded.
trust me. Good. I know it's dead, but it lived its final life doing exactly what it wanted.
It did
was
what it wanted to.
magical.
And then it exploded.
See. Cool. All right. So, what's your experience of these so far today? What are you feeling with these? Are they what's feeling good about them? What's challenging about them? What seems confusing about them?
What's good about them is that it really does lock what our relationship is.
Yeah.
Like, just right. That gesture chain is like every time, if I'm the start of the chain, every time I feel something that relates to this, then we're gonna have that range of emotion back and forth,
Right.
which is like useful, like locking in our
Yeah,
characters.
and it like helps it helps with listening a lot because
Mm-hmm.
you can't get too wrapped up in what you're doing. Otherwise, you could miss the gesture chain, and yeah, that's like a great way to just like lock back in with one another.
Yeah, totally. I think what's challenging for me, at least, is that, and again, I think it's just pat your head, rub your tummy type of thing, where it's like I'm in the scene, and then every so often I need to remember, like, oh, I need to find something in what she has said that makes me want to react like this.
Right.
Right.
And I think sometimes the challenge, it depends on the gestures you've chosen, but sometimes I think sometimes we're trying to make too much sense of the gesture, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Right.
Mhm.
Really be
You know,
saying whatever
like-
you're doing the gesture.
Like instead of just like, well, I can say this whenever I can do this whenever I want.
Right.
Like that butterfly moment or whatever was on her, was it
Mosquito,
mosquito of like trying to find the mosquito and then make it so it becomes some sort of practical movement.
Right.
And I don't think that's how it works.
Right.
I think it's more of a it's something you can do at any point.
It's like a character type
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And yeah, now when it comes to like actually talking about viewpoints, I feel like when I learned gestures, they talked about like these two different levels, which I think I may have mentioned last time. One is a level, a gesture that you could do in a scene as an actor, actually do this gesture, and it would most likely be something that people wouldn't maybe consciously notice that you're using the same gesture multiple times during a scene, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or during the course of a play or whatever, you know. So it's some sort of thing of like, yeah, and that's just something that your character does, you know. And every once in a while, it's like, yeah, isn't that something? So it's this one you can actually do, and you know that you're doing it, and makes you feel a certain way. It somehow ties you into the behavior or feeling of this character, but it's not like super obvious. And then there's other ones that we would use. I think the purpose was to more like just a rehearsal technique. So, So you would get you would create a sort of like, you know, if you're a character who's very combative, it might be, you know, it's like do it just like that's your gesture, right? But you never actually do it in your scene. You do it as you're working on the lines, and you think about doing it to them.
Right.
But when you do it, it's like it's in you.
Right.
But it never actually comes out of you. So that's another kind of. But those are both sort of actor technique kind of things. I feel like there's this other thing that I'm discovering with these gestures where they're somewhere in between. They're not quite. They're not limited to. They should be noticeable. In other words, they bring them to the surface, and I think we would notice them. If we didn't know you were using, there would be something about it that, you know, someone who could watch it and figure it out what you're doing,
Right.
Yeah.
without being primed, like, oh, pay attention to their hands, you know. But it still is, still feels like it's coming out of the character and not like a totally bizarre movement. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's a movement that feels like, yeah, you might do that if you feel strongly enough about something, and then it gets you a way to sort of feel strongly about things
Cool.
during
Right.
the scene.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a good way to make you like make character choices without thinking about like what would my character like. It gets at least
Yeah.
gets me out of my head of just like every so often my character like does this and that has like this
Well,
like
and that's
emotion.
why, like, I
behind
kind
it.
of, I think it, like, we both ended up, I was like a queasy character and you were a whimsical character, and we both had this sort of thing, and I think that, like, definitely informed the people that we chose to become in that scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. Less.
That's not a gesture.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Let's do another chain.
Cool.
Cool.
Who started that last? No, it was Jeremy
I
start. So let's do another one with Kelly starting. So why don't you establish it first?
Cool. Sure.
Yes.
I know.
Again.
Sure.
Yes.
I know. Oh, I know. There we go. Sure.
Yes.
I know.
Cool. Let's do a scene. I'll give you a suggestion. But you have to use the gesture in the first 2 or 3 lines. You have to use
Cool.
it almost right away.
Cool.
Do it again one more time for Jen.
Sure.
Yes.
I know.
Okay, and your suggestion is carbon.
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 Frog dissection day.
I love it.
Yes, I do too.
I know.
You okay? You're breathing on me a lot.
Well, I'm your lab partner, and this is how I breathe, and this is how close we need to be to both be working on the frog. I'm sorry.
That was okay. Sorry, nothing can ruin this day for me. I know it's like kind of fucked up, but I've just always wanted to be a surgeon, so this is like finally I'm in there.
Yeah, you're freaking out.
Uh-huh.
Calm down.
Sorry, I know, I need to be centered and calm about it. I just love cutting shit open. It feels weird to admit that, but I feel like I finally have a forum to do so.
Why is no
Sorry,
one
Mrs.
else
Simon,
listening
sorry.
to
Hmm?
nothing? Let's continue. Let's
Okay.
do this.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to get its spleen and its heart.
You
I'm
need to
more than
watch
willing
the
to do
frog
it.
while you're doing it.
Sorry. I just wanted to say thank you for going on this journey with me. I don't know, I feel like it's the best way to get to know something is like to get inside it and like I'm getting inside this frog's stomach and I'm getting inside your brain.
Great. Great. Okay, so just like we're gonna put it down in the tray. You don't need to show it.
This cleans the frog's blood. It's a frog spleen.
I know we are dissecting a frog.
It
And
smells like
that's spleen.
formaldehyde. I bet it's just the stuff that we
Shouldn't
put on
really
it.
be okay. God, this is like Christmas for you.
Yes!
Holy shit.
Sorry, Mrs. Simon.
Holy
I'm
shit.
sorry. I'm sorry.
This is like
Uh,
got
I'm
40
sorry.
minutes left of class.
oh. I feel like I've been hogging
The frog?
the frog. Pete. I'm
Pete.
calling him
You
Pete.
named him Pete?
His spleen felt like he's a Pete. I feel like I'm hogging.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does!
Alright, let me just
Get in there.
alright. Removing the heart.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Alright!
alright, just
Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
and
You feel that?
oh yeah, I wanna like be like
Yeah.
whoa!
Pete the frog.
I never knew! Pete the frog!
The frog's our
Yes.
buddy.
I pumped blood.
You going to prom? What the fuck? What the fuck? Miss Simon!
I'm sorry, I just got really
What
into
the
it.
fuck? What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry. I just
Oh my God.
I
Oh my
wasn't getting
God.
it through. I just
You were more into it than I am.
Shh, shh,
Oh
shh,
no.
shh,
Okay.
shh.
Okay.
I'm a cheerleader. Can't just tell people what happened.
Okay.
It's cool, everybody.
Hey, Tiff. I don't want to be this guy.
Yeah.
I know you're a cheerleader and I literally don't do any extracurriculars, but we need to have a heart, a frog heart on that tray. Or we fail.
I know.
All right, see. All right, cool. So how did that one feel?
That was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's interesting. My gesture at least felt like it took on a bunch of different emotions within the scene. I'm not sure. Maybe it's more like nebulous than this, but I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to work. It's like,
I mean,
is this
neither am
supposed-
I.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever. I've worked with this a lot and I like it a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I've ever come to any like strong conclusions about what works about it, what doesn't,
Right.
or that you could, sure, you have to do it the exact same way in order all the way through the scene. Like
Right.
for instance, like I don't know if that's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that there are circumstances where if you do replicate the gesture almost perfectly each time, it does result in sort of a comedic game that is
Right.
especially if the first time it comes up, it has this particular nice rhythm or feel
Yeah.
to it.
Totally.
But in actual play, I think it can be used in tons of different ways. And I think, how that's when you were warming up, or actually not the warm up, but the first like actual scene where you're supposed to discover one gesture. And I was like, you're doing gestures on every line still. That still may be actually the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Right.
I do think it is an interesting thing. Maybe we should watch an episode of Seinfeld before we meet again. See it, because I really did watch it, an episode of Seinfeld. It's like, oh my god, they're doing this constantly. They are putting gesture spinning every single line
Yeah.
that they say. It seemed like a big discovery, and I wonder how much they were aware of it.
Right.
Because I think it was also the kind of thing where it was as the show, like I think if you watched an episode in season 1 as opposed to episode in season 7 of
Mhm.
Seinfeld,
Mm-hmm.
you would see way more gestures in season 7. I might be wrong about that. Anyway, cool. Why don't we call it there?
Great.
And do you have any other questions or anything or thoughts?
No.
Those were the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like working that muscle.
That was
It's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think mainly it's just like working a lot
Yeah.
in different ways, and then just sort of seeing how that emerges in your work.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so that's the end of this rehearsal session at the Improv Resource Center. Again, I'm Kevin Mullaney. Oh, why don't you guys say your names again?
Sure. I'm Jeremy Sender.
Kelly Vogue.
And hopefully we'll be doing some more of these in the coming weeks. Look for it on Wednesday afternoon usually. And you can also see other episodes of this if you go to the YouTube channel on YouTube, the Improv Resource Center YouTube channel. What else? Follow us on Facebook and Twitter if you want to see more videos like this as well. And finally, I coach improv in Chicago and also via Skype. If you're interested in getting personal coaching for your duo or any size improv team, really, you can reach me at kevin@improvresourcecenter.com.